Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Columbia City High School for 3A Girls Regional Basketball action. Your Lady Knights just set to be introduced. Apologize for getting on late. Had some connection trouble here this morning, but we are on now, and it looks like we're doing okay. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker and Noah Tobias, and we will now join the public address announcer here at Columbia City for the starting lineup.
Number 10, Brielle Wilson. Number 14, Madison Dunnick. Number 22, Courtney Beer. Number 30, Alexa Mallory. Number 40, Mindy Dial. Number 42, Alex Christensen. Number 44, Logan Rose. Starting for Norwell, number 12, Mackenzie Sawyer. Number 20, Kaylee Roller. Number 24, Stephanie Conrad. Number 32, Quinn Shelton. And number 34, Casey Strunk. Norwell is coached by Eric Thornton. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Principal Jerry Staten, athletic director Michelle York, and the home team on the scoreboard, the Heritage Christian Lady Eagles. Introducing the non-starters, number 3, Kendall Clark. Number 5, Raina Williams. Number 15, Kennedy Haviland. Number 21, Hannah Williams. Number 22, Sydney Bias. Number 32, Jenna Bishop. And number 41, Michelle Pierce. Starting for the Lady Eagles, number 10, Caitlin Gilbert. Number 11, Joey Pinkston. Number 23, Deshauna Harper. Number 24, Darby Forsman. And number 52, Taisha Harris. Heritage Christian is coached by Rick Reisinger.
Once again, those starters for Norwell, the visitors on the Subway scoreboard this morning. It's Mackenzie Sawyer, Kaylee Roller, Stephanie Conrad, Quinn Shelton, and Casey Strunk for head coach Eric Thornton. For Heritage Christian, the home team on the scoreboard, it's Caitlin Gilbert, Jolie Pinkston, Deshauna Harper, Darby Forsman, and Taisha Harris for head coach Rick Reisinger. Heritage Christian, a real powerhouse in the state. They come into this game 22-4 with their only losses to Lawrence North. Bennett, that's an Illinois team. It's a top-ranked team in Illinois. Noblesville and Carmel, all those huge schools. Of course, this is Heritage Christian's first year in 3A. They are a 2A school by size, a 3A school considering they've won the last 2 state championships. And they are heavy favorites to win this one as well, considering the fact that Princeton, coming out of the South, has been knocked out. Heritage Christian controlling the tip, and a jumper right off the bat from Caitlin Gilbert. Well short. Smart play, though, by Jolie Pinkston to save it off the Norwell Knight. And Heritage will control the basketball. That's a long 3 from Taisha Harris. The rebound controlled by Quinn Shelton. And the Knights with their first possession of the basketball game.
Yeah.
That's Casey Strunk, now Kaylee Roller. Norwell being very patient. Heritage Christian with a large size advantage, Norwell almost lost the basketball. Kaylee Roller is going to be fouled on the baseline.
Heritage Christian foul.
We'll see who that's on. It'll be on Jolie Pinkston. Jolie Pinkston, a 5'7" senior guard. And
now we're good.
Yeah, you can
now
hear
we're
me
good.
okay?
Yep.
Derek?
Yep.
Noah, can you hear me all right?
Yep, I can hear you good.
I'm only hearing out of one ear.
I could hear you. I just couldn't talk. So that was.
Oh, what happened there? Did this get turned
sure.
down?
Yeah, it was pretty far down.
All right.
But neither team. It's unlikely that either team shoots really well in this gym. Nobody shoots well except Columbia City as Conrad takes it to the basket and scores the first two of the game.
Well, I think it's important for Norwell to get off to a good start here against these Eagles from Heritage Christian. Oh, in the corner, a long three. That was Deshauna Harper. And just like that, Heritage Christian takes a 1-point lead. Heritage Christian with 3 Division I basketball players committed to D1 schools anyway. And I'm not sure who those are, Derek.
I know one of those is Notre Dame. Another one is IU, but I'm not sure who the third one is.
Do you know who the players are, though, going to those schools?
I believe Jolie Pinkston might be going to IU. Forsman might be going to Notre Dame.
Norwell retaining control of the basketball here. That's Quinn Shelton inside. She gets fouled and scores. Boy, good strength there by Quinn Shelton. She did a great job of keeping the ball up.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen her do real well the last several games. His finish around the rim inside of 8 feet. She got the basket to go, and now she earned herself a 3-point play opportunity.
That foul was called on number 21, Hannah Williams, in the game for Jolie Pinkston. I missed her coming in. Quickly to the rim was Taisha Harris. Harris listed at 5'9". Darby Forsman, biggest girl on the floor, listed at 6'3". Kaylee Roller on the baseline. The kick out to Mackenzie Sawyer for 3. And the Knights with the early 5-point lead, 8 points on the board. Taisha Harris travels. It'll be Norwell's basketball.
Nice start here for Norwell, forcing a couple of turnovers, a couple of forced shots, and then they're finishing on the offensive end. Heritage Christian still playing pretty stingy defense. The Knights are a little out of sorts on offense, but they're getting open enough to get a quality shot off.
Heritage a 17-point favorite, according to Harold, in this game. Frankly, surprised it wasn't more, even though Norwell with a slightly better record. There's a good backdoor cut from Shelton, and she gets the roll.
Norwell,
excellent move there by Quinn Shelton.
Norwell's just I'm sorry. Norwell's just getting all the friendly rolls tonight.
So far they are. As that ball's thrown away, but Casey Strunk is face guarding Taisha Harris.
Nice hustle on the floor.
Couldn't see the ball.
Yeah, Casey Strunk, if she had turned around, she would have had it right in her hands.
Casey Strunk listed at a generous 5'3", trying to guard Taisha Harris, 5'9". Harris, the point guard. There's a 3 from the corner, no good. Over the back, Harris, no call. And Harris was blocked out by Kaylee Roller, but her superior height allowed her to just reach over the top of Casey Strunk, who picks up the foul. That'll be her team's first as well. Taisha Harris going to the line. Good looking shot, but a little short, and Heritage Christian not even trying to get an offensive rebound on these free throws.
Wow.
That's either a lot of confidence in your free throw shooter, or they don't want to pick up an over-the-back foul on the rebound, which that doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
Unusual move there. as Strunk being bumped into the lane. Nice pass to Conrad for two. Assist Casey Strunk. Stephanie Conrad off to a good start.
Norwell doing a nice job finishing around the rim early as that one goes in and out. Over the back this time is called. That's a big foul, and if that's going to be called all morning, the Knights are going to be in good shape.
That's on Darby Forsman. Heritage Christian 6'3". Senior. Just 4 seniors on this Heritage Christian team. They've also got a freshman and 3 sophomores.
Do you recall the previous foul on Norwell that sent
Casey Strunk?
Okay.
Dangerous pass picked off, and to the rim is Deshauna Harper. Well, that's going to be the challenge for the Knights as Heritage Christian really increasing the defensive pressure in the half court.
Casey just picked up her second foul as well.
Well, Norwell needs her on the floor to run the offense.
Yeah.
3:58 left to go here in the first quarter. Harper good on the first free throw. Courtney Beer will enter for the Knights. Casey taking a seat.
Harper with 4 of the Eagles' early 5 points.
Now 5 or 6. Norwell's going to have to figure a way to beat those traps up top. Heritage so long. Much bigger than the Knights.
Yeah, we talk about Quinn Shelton being long at the top of that zone. That's not even close to what Heritage Christian brings to the table.
Good move by Mackenzie Sawyer. That's Quinn Shelton for 3, no good. Forsman with the rebound, and Harris up ahead, nice pass. Hannah Williams with her first basket of the day.
That just shows how quick this team can score.
Williams, a 5'9" junior. As that is out of bounds. Quinn Shelton, I think, anticipated that Courtney Beer was going to move more towards the wing. That just sailed out of bounds. Thought it might have been touched by Heritage Christian, but I don't think it was.
I don't either. It was very close, but well, the good news about this one is this is a team that beat Homestead in the final minutes. Norwell got down in a big hole to Homestead and played them even for 3 quarters. So that's looped inside and a score for Darby Forsman.
That's the shot that Norwell will not be able to stop in this basketball game.
That's a good timeout.
Coach Thornton's going to call timeout. Leading by 2 with 3:05 on the clock. We'll take a quick break and be right back after these words from our sponsors. And it's going to take me just a second to get those words up. Once we do, we'll hear from Adams Memorial Hospital. We'll be right back.
We collect
and we analyze.
Laboratory services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Information to keep you healthy in every way. We image
and we discover.
Radiology services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Thorough so you're healthy in every way.
Norwell with a quick start in this one. Heritage Christian starting to exert their will a little bit, though, in the later moments of the first quarter. As they need to get the basketball in. They finally do. Sawyer does to Roller. Got a nice view here at Columbia City. Clear in the top row of the bleachers. Shelton across the lane. Able to retain her pivot foot. Couldn't hit the shot, though. And pulling down the rebound is Hannah Williams.
This Heritage Christian team is just unbelievably outsized. And there's a nice block from behind, and
Williams able to get it back from the wing. That's Deshauna Harper.
Oh, that's a travel.
Gotta be traveling.
Boy, oh boy.
No call. As Harris thought about putting up the shot, instead feeds Forsman. And this game is tied at 12.
Yeah, they
2:21 left.
Might have been an over the back as well on the first rebound. There's a foul.
That's going to be on Caitlin Gilbert. Her second. Team's 4. Oh, it's called on Hannah Williams.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Checking back in is Jolie Pinkston as Williams takes a seat. Pinkston in there with a foul and has not scored to this point.
Norwell with 2 team fouls to Heritage Christian's 4. There's Conrad in the middle. Couldn't get it to go, but good job chasing down the rebound. Courtney Beer up top. is stripped from behind and heading the other way to Shauna Harper.
Big run right now for Heritage Christian. It's a 10-0 run.
Norwell has got to be strong with the basketball here. They're getting worked over pretty good up top. Casey Strunk not in the game. Conrad to the rim, no call.
A lot of contact.
It'll be Norwell's basketball off of Caitlin Gilbert. Typically they let them play as Coach Thornton rolling the dice. Gets Casey Strunk back in there with 2 fouls. Also coming in for Heritage Christian, Sydney Bias, a 5'9" junior. Her first moments on the floor. Conrad will launch at 3 off the inbounds play, no good. And coming out of there with it, Taisha Harris. Harris just streams down the floor, couldn't get the shot to go. She's forced a number of shots already this morning.
Yeah, that's not a quality shot.
Well, she's a 5'9" point guard.
Knights have not scored in a really long time.
Heritage Christian doing a very good job. That's another steal. Up ahead to Harris. Harris will use the Euro step to score, and it's a 4-point Heritage Christian lead. Norwell not able to get off anything on the edges. There's Kaylee Roller for 3, no good.
Yeah, they've gone ice cold.
Heritage Christian really pushing the pace, losing the basketball, and we'll see what they call.
One official said a foul, the other saw a jump ball, and it's going to be a jump ball. It'll still go to Norwell.
Jolie Pinkston just couldn't hang on to that pass. 54.2 left.
Something Norwell has to do here is get a bucket. They have not scored in quite a while. They got 52 seconds to do so. It'll be interesting to see if they slow down the pace here. Heritage Christian plays a pretty in-your-face defense, and the Knights have had trouble with it so far.
There's Shelton for 3. Good. That breaks the drought. And the Knights within 1 with 36 seconds on the clock.
And
boy, they left Quinn Shelton wide open on the wing.
Yeah, they did. The good news is with 30 seconds left after a big run, they've kind of weathered the storm. They're only down a point. They're putting themselves in a good position here at the end of the quarter.
That's Pinkston with the basketball for Heritage Christian. In the corner, Gilbert, long cross-court pass, open for 3, good. That was Sydney Bias with the 3. Her first points. Shelton. Norwell coming across the lane. Sawyer didn't look real comfortable on that 3, but she had to get rid of it as time was running out. Norwell trails by 4 here after 1 quarter of play. We'll take a break and be right back after these words from New Holland Tri-County.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Welcome back to Columbia City. One of 2 regional sites here in the northern half of the state. Of course, the other regional site is up in the region. Correct?
Yeah, I believe so. South Bend, St. Joseph competing for that. That's the likely winner of that regional. Can't tell you the location. A couple of area teams in Homestead and East Noble traveling down to Kokomo today for a 4A regional. And that regional's up at Twin Lakes.
Twin Lakes.
For South Bend St. Joseph. They are the heavy favorite in that regional, as Heritage Christian has an 80% chance to win this regional.
According to Harrell, Norwell with a 3.9% chance. Heritage Christian with the ball to start the second quarter here. And traveling called on Jolie Pinkston. Pinkston's had a rough start to this basketball game. A couple of fouls, a couple of turnovers. Norwell trailing by 4.
Darby Forsman checked back in for Sydney Bias at the quarter break.
Bias came in. There's Roller for three, no good. But Stephanie Conrad stripped on the offensive rebound. Up ahead to Harper. Misses the shot. And Quinn Shelton there with the rebound. It'll remain Norwell's ball. Mackenzie Sawyer has only squeezed off one shot, and that was at the buzzer. Hate to even count those.
Actually, she does have a three.
That's right.
She did have a three earlier.
Yep. Kaylee Strunk.
Nice
pass.
pass.
Backdoor play on the basket. Mackenzie Sawyer. Excellent play by the Knights as Sawyer just beat Harper badly on that weak side. Norwell staying in a man-to-man, even with the size difference. Inside pass to Gilbert, and a foul is going to be called on Norwell.
And that's the danger right there. It looks like she's looping it, and when you have a huge size advantage, that's Caitlin Gilbert in there at 5'10", bigger than anybody on the Norwell roster that's in the game right now. Anyway, that's what you can do. Is another free throw missed as Heritage Christian now shooting just 3 of 5 from the line.
Foul is on Mackenzie Sawyer, her first, team's third. And I do not understand why Heritage Christian doesn't try to rebound free throws.
Because they can.
Yeah, well, that's really confident.
And for just 3 of 6 shooting. 3 of, yep.
Yeah, good call as Casey Strunk, the last to touch that pass. 6:42 left in the half. Norwell trailing by a pair. Harris standing out there beyond the three-point line. Boy, she is a big point guard. You just don't see many that large at this level. Norwell fighting for the rebound, coming out of there with it, Casey Strunk. The baseball pass to Sawyer. Sawyer will reset for the Knights. Dangerous pass. Strunk able to get to it on the drive, no good. And Forsman hauls down the rebound quickly the other way. Gilbert will force it in and score.
Strunk missed an open Kaylee Roller last time down the floor.
6:03 left here in the quarter. Strunk across the timeline. Heritage and Norwell's really spread out their offense. There's another steal, this time by Harris. Harris gives it up to Harper. Harper scores. And Coach Thornton's going to have to burn another timeout. It's a full one. We'll take it along with Coach and be right back.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy, and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you with a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. The YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y. Start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
Welcome back to Columbia City. This is really the premier matchup in the northern half of the state. Heritage Christian ranked number 2 in the latest poll, in the final regular season poll. Norwell number 5.
Of course, number 1 for Heritage Christian by a lot. That's double dribble. As in the Sagarin ratings, Heritage Christian had Princeton outbeat the entire year for the number 1 spot in 3A.
Of course, Princeton, the home of the all-time leading scorer in Indiana basketball, Jackie Young.
Yeah, that includes boys basketball as well.
Yeah, she passed Damon Bailey maybe the last week of the regular season, I think. There's a long three, no good. And a rebound basket, no good by Forsman. She's going to be fouled on the second offensive rebound. That three-pointer actually bouncing on the top of the backboard, but it did not touch the guy wire.
Nope.
The foul called on Stephanie Conrad. That's her first. with 5:15 left in the half. Forsman at the line. And that gives Heritage Christian their biggest lead, 7 points. Now 8.
Big danger time here for Norwell.
I got to tell you, I've never seen a basketball team pull their rebounders.
Especially an oversized basketball team.
And now face guarding Quinn Shelton is Caitlin Gilbert. Quinn with a hot start for the Knights. On the drive, nice pass from Strunk. And Roller tried to do too much with it too quickly. Conrad had a good look, couldn't get it to go. Harris the other way, being guarded by Strunk. Boy, Casey's got to be careful. Kick out to Harper for 3, no good. And on the line was Gilbert. The basketball will go to Norwell with 4:34 left here in the second quarter.
Heritage Christian has turned it over 3 times. The Knights have turned it over 7, and a lot of times when Heritage Christian forces a live ball turnover, they're getting out and running, and they're beating Norwell every time down the floor.
Yeah, they have scored a ton of points on turnovers already. In fact, I would guess half of their points have come on turnovers. There's the backdoor play. Good kick out to Shelton. Good for 3. Good shot by, well, I'll tell you, Harris.
Travel.
Yeah, good call. As Taisha Harris really forcing shots. Rick Reisinger talking to James Payne, begging for that to not be called a travel. But I think it is.
Yeah. She just tries to get going too quick. She tries to beat Norwell down the floor and dribbled into a lot of traffic and then picked up her dribble. Took too many steps.
There's the
nice play.
And Mackenzie Sawyer scores again. They're running that backdoor play with 2 players, one following the second. Sawyer scored 2 backdoor baskets from there.
Wow.
And Harris drains a 3.
Big shot for Heritage Christian. Norwell went on a little run there.
Well, that was a little 5-point run for the Knights. They're within 6 now. Roller thought about it. Strunk into the lane. Nice pass to Conrad. Couldn't get it to go. And Coach Thornton, that's got to be a charge. No call. Harris misses another layup. And Strunk will head the other way.
Shelton's got a lot of rebounds here early for Norwell. She's got 4 rebounds and 11 points.
Best game I've seen. Nice pass, Strunk to Conrad. She scores, and she's going to go to the line. Casey Strunk doing a great job of running Norwell's offense right now. The foul called on Williams. That's her 3rd.
Hannah Williams, 3 fouls in this first half.
She'll take a seat. Sydney Bias back in. Also, Jolie Pinkston back on the floor for Heritage Christian. Conrad will try to pull the Knights to within 3. And does. Excellent assist there from Strunk on the pass.
Once again, it feels like Heritage Christian's up more, but the Knights find themselves just down 1 possession.
On the drive, Bias with the left hand, she scores. Going to call a foul. I think that's going to go on Mackenzie Sawyer.
Boy,
it does.
The Eagles have an answer for everything Norwell throws at them. At least on offense, they're trading baskets. Norwell's done a nice job getting good looks on offense, I think.
Yes, they have.
They've run some nice plays, finishing for the most part around the rim.
And Quinn Shelton having a game so far. The Knights down by 6, just under 3 minutes to go here in the half. Strunk running the show for Norwell. Conrad now out beyond the arc. Heritage Christian just pushes you out so far as Sawyer couldn't get that 3 to go. Harris the other way. She'll pull up with this pure jump shot from 17.
Over the back.
That's going to go on Gilbert, I think. No.
Yep.
It does go on Forsman. Her second.
Big foul.
Team 6, so the next one will put the Knights in the bonus.
Yeah, and now you got to take it right at her because she's got 2 fouls. If you can get her 3rd foul in there, you take away a lot of offensive rebounds.
Now the Knights going to that little weave up top. Sawyer on the drive. Roller is going to travel.
Yeah, she's gotten away with that once or twice before this morning.
Norwell trying to hang with arguably the best team in the state. 4 losses, but 3 of those 4 to 4A teams. Very good 4A teams. Underneath, that's Gilbert. And she gets free for 2. Their other loss to Bennett of Illinois. Bennett, one of the top teams in the country.
Beat Homestead as well.
They sure did. Homestead only suffered a couple of losses. There's Roller for 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Harris. She'll bring it up herself. Minute 45 left. Harris, that's Gilbert up top. She drives, the floater no good. And coming out of there.
Oh, boy.
Well, Mackenzie Sawyer with a good offensive rebound. Might have been fouled. They call traveling. It'll be Heritage Christian's basketball. And Harper, Deshauna Harper, enters. She's a 5'5" junior.
That was a tough call.
Yeah, it sure was.
As several times after Norwell gets a defensive rebound, Heritage Christian tries to dig, and that's a travel.
Yeah. Sydney Bias shuffled her feet before she put the basketball on the floor.
Yeah, the Eagles try to dig, and they reach a ton after they do not get the rebound. And that's kind of what you do against a smaller team after you don't get the rebound. Heritage Christian certainly has a strength advantage as Sawyer misses the 3.
Gilbert on the rebound. She'll bring it up herself. They're so fast. Bias traveled again, no call. Gilbert with the rebound. And up top now is Harper. She'll leave it for Gilbert, and Gilbert will reset things for the Eagles. Minute 6 left here in the half. Bias. Harper inside. That's Forsman. Couldn't get it to go.
Over the back.
And on the second offensive rebound, it's going to be a foul on the Knights. It'll go on Stephanie Conrad, her second. Now both teams with 16 fouls. Forsman at the line. She was perfect with her first 2 free throws. Now 3 for 3, and checking in for Heritage Christian. I can't see who it is.
It's for the shooter.
Yeah.
That might be
4 for 4 from the line.
That's Raina Williams, a new face.
5'6" junior. Norwell trailing by 10 at this point. Have not been able to get a shot to fall the last few possessions. Strunk appears to be getting just really bodied up by Harper. Now Shelton stuck, finds Strunk. Strunk's going to be fouled by Gilbert.
It's Caitlin Gilbert picking up the foul as it'll send Casey Strunk to the line for 1 and bonus.
A very animated Rick Reisinger complaining about just about every call that goes against Heritage Christian. Very common amongst Indianapolis area coaches.
It is, and sometimes when you come up north, it's different basketball. It's different officiating as Strunk hits the first free throw and earns the second.
Courtney Barrell check back in for the Knights, replacing Sawyer. There's 39.2 seconds left on the clock here in the first half.
The key here for Norwell is not allowing another basket before the half.
Yeah, if they can get a stop here and maybe one more basket, that would be very helpful. Oh, Harper launches a quick 3. No good. It'll go out of bounds, and Norwell will have the basketball here. Just over a half a minute left in the period. Sawyer checks back in on the offensive-defensive switch.
I'm not sure that was the shot Rick Reisinger was looking for.
Yeah, that was a quick 3. Of course, Harper has hit at least one of those. Sawyer on the wing. They were looking for the backdoor cut there. Now Roller up top. Roller Strunk, nice spin move into the lane, gets the shot up, no good. Rebound controlled by Heritage, 7 seconds. Gilbert the other way. She'll drive and score. 3 seconds on the clock. Norwell will not get a shot off. And that will end the first half. Heritage Christian leading by 11. It's 37-26 here at Columbia City. We'll take a break and be right back with your halftime show.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton. Hyundai Motors is celebrating 40 years of serving Wells County and the surrounding area with an outstanding selection of low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs that are in fantastic condition. And their ASE certified technicians in the service department offer oil changes, brakes, AC tune-ups, as well as a full line of replacement parts and tires, and are the best in customer satisfaction. Visit HyundaiMotors.com to browse their inventory of new and used vehicles.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance company is responsible for selecting the shop to repair your vehicle.
False. Insurance agents and adjusters have no authority in telling you where to have your vehicle repaired. It's your investment and responsibility to select a competent collision repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit laurensbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to Columbia City. We're at halftime. The Knights trailing the vaunted Heritage Christian Eagles 37-26, Derek. And after a quick start by the Knights, Heritage really kind of ramped up their defense and exerted some control.
Yeah, I thought they did a nice job. They pushed Norwell to a pace I don't think they're comfortable with on offense. It's a little quicker than they normally see. And then in transition on offense for Heritage Christian, they're just blowing Norwell out of the water at this point. I couldn't tell you how many transition buckets, but they finished a ton in transition around the rim. They've done a nice job inside. They've been fouled quite a bit. Norwell getting called for fouls inside. But Heritage Christian, 8 of 11 from the line. That's a pretty good percentage after missing a couple, but something we have never seen is they don't put anybody on the line ever, no matter what the situation is. So very unusual for that. I do have some stats to share with you here at halftime. Heritage Christian leads at 37-26. We'll start with the visitors in Norwell. They've had 10 team rebounds. They've turned it over 9 times. They're shooting 10 of 26 from the field for 38%, 3 of 11 from three-point line for 27%, and 7 of 15 inside for 47%. They're 3 of 4 from the free throw line for 75%. They also have assists on 7 of 10 field goals. Individually, Mackenzie Sawyer has 7 points, an assist, and 2 rebounds. Kaylee Roller has 2 assists, and they were both beautiful assists. Stephanie Conrad had 7 points and 3 rebounds. Quinn Shelton had 11 points and 4 rebounds. Casey Strunk had 1 point, 4 assists, and a rebound. That rounds out a Norwell team total of 26. For Heritage Christian, as a team, they have 20 team rebounds, out-rebounding the Knights 20-10. 5 turnovers as a team. From the field, they're 13 of 30 for 43%, 3 of 9 from the three-point line for 33%, and 10 of 21 inside for 48%. At the free throw line, they're 8 of 11 for 73%. Individually, Raina Williams has a rebound. Caitlin Gilbert has 6 points and 4 rebounds. Hannah Williams has 2 points and 2 rebounds. Sydney Bias has 6 points. Deshauna Harper has 9 points and a rebound. Darby Forsman has 8 points and 7 rebounds. Taisha Harris has 6 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds to round out a team total of 37 as the Eagles lead the Knights by 11 at half.
Yeah, just a real tough situation for the Knights. They're so outsized underneath. There's no way they can hang with Heritage Christian from a rebounding standpoint. No, they're just going to have to shoot lights out in the second half to have a shot at this one.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you, Greg. They came on that little run to start the game, and I think everybody was starting to get a little ahead of themselves because they just started the game. But then all of a sudden, Heritage Christian came right on back and had a good-sized run of their own. And really, that's just how good of a team that they are. They're so fast. At the beginning of the season, we thought that Norwell was going to be one of the quickest teams around. But Heritage Christian, they are tall, but they are very, very fast. And it's hard for Kenzie Sawyer and Casey Strunk just to keep up with them as well.
Yeah, they are very athletic. Of course, Heritage Christian, probably the premier school right now at recruiting across the state. And I'll tell you, Derek, Taisha Harris may be the best girls basketball player I've ever seen at this level.
Right. She is impressive, to say the least. And part of that comes from her size. I mean, she's 5'9", and she plays very well with the basketball, handles it well, runs up and down the floor so well. She forced a couple shots, I thought, in that first half. Couldn't finish around the rim a couple of times, but not only is she quick, not only could she handle the ball, she's also a little bit of a rebounding presence, especially against a smaller Norwell team.
Yeah, and in reality, I just got a couple of texts here at halftime. She could definitely start and play on most boys' teams that I've seen this year, certainly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Obviously, she'd have to run the point. I think she's capable of doing that.
I agree. I think she could help Norwell last night. I think maybe, and last night was just too bad. It's kind of, you're out of luck for Norwell because things fell the way of a 4-way conference tie on the boys' side, and it was a game that kind of slipped through the fingertips as they had a firm grasp on that game for 30 minutes and 37 seconds before finally letting it slip away in the last minute and a half.
Yes, they did. Well, we're going to have action here at Columbia City in a couple of minutes. We'll take a quick break, hear from a couple more sponsors, and be right back.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Just about set to start the second half here at Columbia City, along with Derek Decker and Noah Tobias. This is Greg Van Meter. Norwell needs a good start to this second half, trailing by 11.
Yeah, it's so important these first couple of minutes, as if Heritage Christian able to get out and run like they have been in the first half, it's going to be big trouble for Norwell, as this game could get out of hand in a pretty jiffy way, as Heritage Christian very good at running. Norwell, we talked about, very quick, but something they haven't seen. You don't play Indianapolis teams, and you don't play that style of basketball. It's just too far in between, and it's just a different type of basketball. When you come up here, it's a whole different basketball game. Norwell needs a good start to this second half. Starters out there for both teams. For Heritage Christian, it's Gilbert, Pinkston, Harper, Forsman, and Harris. And for Norwell, it's Sawyer, Roller, Conrad, Shelton, and Strunk.
Well, back to that little weave up top as Strunk gets through the lane, but stripped by Harris. Harris quickly the other way, takes it herself and scores.
Nice move. That was a beautiful move.
And, well, no warning. It must have just been an inadvertent loose ball. Not a lot of room here on the ends of the court at Columbia City. It's an old gym, especially on the would be the west end. That is close.
And there's doors down there.
Conrad will drive and be blocked by Forsman. It'll remain Heritage basketball. That signature move that Stephanie has, driving the left side of the lane and putting it up with her left hand, Forsman has, for the most part, shut down. Roller able to control the basketball. Strunk had Quinn Shelton, missed her on the cut.
Oh, boy.
Forced up a wild shot. That'll be off Stephanie Conrad, and it'll be Heritage Christian basketball.
That's just tough. You really got to go up with two hands. Stephanie needs to learn and just grab the ball and pull it down, but instead she kind of swatted it out.
Well, she's up against Forsman, who's got about 6 inches on her. That's Harper from distance, no good. And able to control the rebound, Gilbert for the Eagles. She'll try to drive, travels, no call. Another offensive rebound by Gilbert. She comes out of there with it. That's Forsman from 17.
Yep, this thing really getting away.
Coach Thornton's going to have to burn another timeout. He's down to just 2 left. The Knights trail by 15. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll break real quick and hear from Bluffton Tire. We'll be right back.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located. Across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H Park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Carrie Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Carrie Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
6:37 left here in the third quarter. The Knights have yet to score.
Checking in at the break was Hannah Williams with 3 fouls as Darby Forsman took a seat.
Roller up top being guarded by Harris. These are their balance. Harris is so big and strong. Strunk now up top being guarded by Harper. That's going to be a bump called on Harper. And I'll tell you what, if I'm the Knights, I'm really trying to attack them on the floor to get to the free throw line. Forsman will check back in, and Harper will take a seat. That was just the first foul on Deshauna. Norwell will have it on the baseline. Casey Strunk will inbound for the Knights. Heritage guarding man-to-man. Oh, tough pass. Good hands by Quinn Shelton. Now the Roller, good kick out to Sawyer for 3, no good. And the rebound controlled by Gilbert. Gilbert listed at 5'10". She's handling the basketball. Nice pass underneath to Williams. Now Pinkston on the side, about a 12-footer. It's been all Heritage Christian to start this second half. Under 6 minutes left in the quarter. Sawyer and a sloppy pass off of the shin of Stephanie Conrad. Courtney Beer will check in for Kaylee Roller. Heritage Christian really threatening to run away with this one right now. Norwell exhibiting some bad body language out there. They need to figure out there's still a lot of ball game left in this one.
Especially with the pace this is run at.
On the side, Williams will launch a three, no good. Good Shelton off to the races. She'll lay it up and in. The Knights finally get on the board here in the second half. Gilbert up top with the basketball underneath Forsman. Good strength by
Yeah, nothing you can do about that one.
Or the senior, excuse me. Great hands by Forsman. 6 foot 3 inches tall. Nice pass underneath, and Conrad couldn't hold on to it. Up ahead, Williams tracks it down for the Eagles. Pinkston will leave it for Harris.
And do you know what? Forsman's arms, I'm not sure if you really looked at them, but they're pretty big.
Yeah, you can tell she spent time in the weight room. Williams for three, no good, but Pinkston with another offensive rebound. Forsman inside, the turnaround, good. It's a 19-point lead now for Heritage Christian.
Again.
The ball gets away again. I don't know. I didn't see if Heritage Christian touched it after the ball went through.
I think it just kind of gets caught in a cluster of players and then kind of kicked along.
Quinn Shelton, who's had a wonderful game for the Knights, being guarded by Williams. Great pass by Strunk, blocked by Harris. And Conrad, high off the backboard, gets it to go. She'll go to the line for the possible three-point play.
Wait, I don't know how
she picks up her third.
I don't know how she got that one in.
I don't either. She just kind of threw it and wished. She got her wish. She'll try to get the Knights back to within 16.
I know.
Can't get it to go. Boy, they got to hit the free throws. Gilbert quickly the other way travels, and a foul's going to be called on Mackenzie Sawyer. On Mackenzie, I think that's her third, isn't it, Barrett?
It's her third, yep.
First on the team here in the second half. 4:20 left here in the third quarter. Gilbert inbounding. Harris, who's been very quiet here in the second half so far. They're trying to feed it into the low post to Forsman, and Sawyer doing a good job there with the help defense. Wide open, Williams gives it up. Now she'll launch a three, good. Well, she's had several wide open looks, finally able to knock one down. 4 minutes. And Norwell down to just 2 timeouts left, so if they're going to stem the bleeding here, they're going to have to do it by scoring some points. That was Courtney Beer on the three, no good. Shelton with the offensive rebound. She'll leave it for Strunk. And Casey will reset.
Shelton's got a good shot at a double-double as a turnover.
Hey, Harris feeds it up ahead to Pinkston. Eric Thornton burning another timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break. Be back. The Knights trail by 22.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
We collect
and we analyze.
Laboratory services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Information to keep you healthy in every way. We image
and we discover.
Radiology services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Thorough so you're healthy in every way.
Back here at Columbia City, 3:32 left in the third quarter. Coach Thornton with just 1 timeout left. And I'll tell you, Derek, as good a basketball team as Homestead is, Heritage Christian just that much more athletic.
Yep.
Homestead does not have the athletes that Heritage Christian does.
No, Heritage Christian is just, well, that's what you can do when you can, when you're able to recruit around the entire state and bring them all into one location. That's what you can do, is try to build a state championship program, and they've got a great shot to do so.
Roller's three-pointer, no good, but Sawyer in the right spot. That's Shelton in the corner with the basketball. She'll bring it out and reset the offense. Norwell, I think, has to continue to try to hit the three, but they have to penetrate to get the opening. That's the issue. The other thing that Norwell has not been able to do is pass over the defense. Taisha Harris at the front of that defense, just too big, too strong. Conrad gets open underneath. She's blocked by Forsman. It'll remain Norwell basketball. Stephanie's had a tough time against the size of the Eagles. Still has been productive, though. Strunk needs to get it in as Conrad not able to corral that pass. There'll be a turnover on the night. Harper will re-enter for Heritage Christian, replacing Darby Forsman. Heritage Christian on the season, I want to see what they average.
I think they average 64. I think I caught, but they only give up 44.
Yeah, that's the difference. Well, that defense so tough. Gilbert travels. Ball goes back to Norwell. They're just able to create so much havoc with their length and speed. Their first step, not necessarily even as quick as Norwell's, but their speed in getting up and down the floor, extremely impressive once they're underway. Conrad at the elbow loses it, gets it back, and scores. The points have been few and far between for the Knights here in the second half, as Harris unable to get another layup to go. Harris just beats everybody down the floor.
Oh, yeah. It's not real close either. She just blows by everybody.
That will serve her well on the bigger college floor. Harris is a senior. Conrad underneath, leaves it, that was Shelton that left it for Conrad. Shelton with the assist. The Knights have it back to within 18 with 1:20 left in the quarter. Harris up top, knocked down by Shelton. It'll be batted out of bounds by Heritage Christian. Oh, that should have been Norwell's basketball. I thought.
Yeah, it certainly looked like
of course, we're
Pinkston.
A long way away.
Right, but it looked like Pinkston kind of poked that ball out of bounds.
Well, not much of a complaint, though, from Eric Thornton, so I got to believe that was the right call.
Yeah.
Norwell extending its defense. They're going to go into the trap now. Harris up top. First time they've seen this defense from the Knights tonight. Hey, in the basketball game is Kendall Clark for Heritage Christian. She's number 3. Must have entered on that last time out. Harris will launch a 3-ball and no good. Conrad with the rebound. Struck, good ball handling in the backcourt. Gets into the lane. Sawyer open for 3, no good. Well, that would have been big for the Knights.
Yep.
37 seconds left. Forsman, who's re-entered for Heritage Christian, handling it way up top. Nice pass underneath. Williams couldn't get it to go. Conrad with the rebound. Boy, great pass there from Harris. Now Shelton for 3. Good. Quinn Shelton, best basketball game I've seen her play, fellas.
Yeah, she brought it at the right time. Go
ahead.
She brought it at the right time of the year with 10 seconds.
Harris thinking about the 3, doesn't take it. Weaves her way into the lane, travels, and a foul's going to be called. We'll see who that goes against.
Number 20.
It'll go on Kaylee Roller.
Only
first, team's second.
Only 4 total fouls called here in the third quarter, 2 for each team.
Just 3.5 clicks on the clock here. Harris will go to the line. Shooting 2. Boy, she's got a good looking shot.
That one, I don't know how that came out.
Bias and Harper check back in for the Eagles.
Oh, now they're putting one player on the line.
That's Gilbert. Gilbert has had a ton of rebounds today. 5'10" guard. And good block out by Conrad. They need, not able to get a shot off is Kaylee Roller. The third quarter pretty much all Heritage Christian. Although the Knights hung in there, they trail by 15. We'll take a break and be back after these words from our sponsors.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
Welcome back to Columbia City. We're set for fourth quarter action, and I believe
the Heritage Christian
basketball.
Yep. Norwell, once again, only outscored by 4 points in that quarter, and that was almost all at the end. It was 15-11 in favor of Heritage Christian.
Norwell with the trap. Nice pass inside to Gilbert. Can't get it to go. She's going to be fouled by Mackenzie Sawyer. Sawyer, I think that'll be her fourth. Yep.
Not a bad foul, though.
Yeah, Mackenzie's not had a lot of looks today. They've done a good job of defending her on the perimeter. As Gilbert. Boy, the one thing that Heritage Christian does not do very well is shoot free throws.
8 for 14.
That may be an anomaly today. Columbia City can be a tough place to shoot. It's very dark.
Yeah.
Very close to the end lines.
Yeah, it's really different than any other gym that we've played in, or I bet Heritage Christian has played in as well.
Yeah. They're used to playing in high-quality gyms. That's Conrad on the drive. She's going to be fouled by Darby Forsman.
It's number 4 on Darby. Conrad trying to add to her 13-point total at the line.
Just moments into the fourth quarter here. Quinn Shelton got a quick breather. She'll be checking back in for the Knights.
And how close is she to get double-double, Derek?
Come out, Shelton. Shelton is 16-7.
Okay, so she just needs 3 more rebounds?
Needs 3 rebounds.
Okay.
Williams checks back in for the Eagles, replacing Forsman, who sets down. Actually, that foul was called on Harper. Harper's second foul.
Stephanie cuts the lead to just 14.
39 points for Norwell. 53 for Heritage Christian. We'll get that squared up there for you. That's Bias with the basketball. She re-entered during that last free throw. Bias, boy, great hands by Taisha Harris in the corner. That's Harper, no good. And good rebound by Courtney Beer, who entered for Mackenzie Sawyer. The foul will go on Sydney Bias, her first, team's fourth. Pinkston will re-enter for Heritage Christian. As Derek mentioned earlier, Heritage Christian with an 80% probability to win this regional. Norwell next closest, Tippecanoe Valley next close at 15.2. They'll play the next game against Concordia Lutheran. Norwell with a 3.9% probability. Tippecanoe Valley, a very strong basketball team this year.
Yeah, we saw them. They were pretty young last year and still went on to the state championship game where they eventually lost to Princeton.
Right. Shelton on the wing. Nice give and go with Conrad. Conrad couldn't get it to go. That'll remain Norwell's ball off of Gilbert. Well, You expect Heritage Christian to hold on in this one, and I gotta believe that Tippecanoe Valley is going to see a basketball team like they haven't seen before, especially up in the region. Heritage Christian with a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break and be right back after these words from Subway.
The Big Philly Cheesesteak. Every meat lover's dream. With lots of steak smothered in melted cheese, it's easy to see why this classic is the taste that Philly is so proud of. Subway melts loaded up with your favorite fresh fixins and lots of ooey gooey melty cheese. They're the ultimate in flavor. For a limited time only, try the chicken cordon bleu or the chicken marinara melt. It's melted goodness made irresistible. Subway of Bluffton. Eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you on North Main and inside Walmart.
Well, Norwell needs to go on a run. 6:37 left in this one. They trail by 14.
And they're capable of doing so, but it's got to be quick. Ooh, that one stays with Norwell.
Yeah, I think it was off the foot of Sidney Bias.
Yeah.
Strunk inbounding for the Knights. Kaylee Roller back in there. Sawyer on the bench with 4 fouls. Boy, Harris almost picked off that pass.
You just can't go over the top of Heritage Christian very often.
Very difficult. Roller up top. Now Strunk. Strunk will reset. Conrad back and forth across the lane, trying to find an opening in the elbow, and Beer throws it away. It's picked off by Harris. Harris will lay it up with the left hand and get fouled by Casey Strunk.
That was not a good foul, as
it's 4 on Casey, isn't it?
I think it's 3.
3 on Casey Strunk. They'll send Taisha Harris to the line for a possible 3-point play. 4th team foul on the Knights. Heritage Christian also has 4.
Yeah, it is a very light foul, as that's not what you want to do right around the basket.
Mackenzie Sawyer will re-enter. 6:15 left. Here in the 4th quarter, the winner of this game will take on the winner of the second game. That contest between Tippecanoe Valley and Concordia. Concordia, kind of a surprise to be in this regional.
Expected Dwinger to come out of that Garrett sectional and be in this regional.
Concordia took them out in overtime.
Tippy Valley,
Oh, that is such a dangerous pass. Taisha Harris has picked that pass off numerous times today.
The Knights still can't get anything going on offense here.
Yep, that man-to-man defense of Heritage Christian, very tough. Strunk has handled it pretty well, though, today. In the corner, Shelton. They're doing a good job of closing out on her, especially Darby Forsman with her length. Strunk finds Sawyer for 3. That's well short. And Gilbert picks off the rebound quickly the other way. Underneath, the kick out to Williams. Now Harris will set things up for Heritage Christian.
Expect the Eagles to really slow things down now with a 17-point lead.
Williams, who's missed a number of shots today. Oh, the runner across the lane. Kind of surprised to see that shot. Heritage lead back up to 19.
Yeah, she's been left open outside several times and only knocked down one of them. She's had a lot of open looks, but Norwell daring her to take that 3.
There's a kick to Sawyer for 3, well short. Strunk, though, with the rebound blocked by Gilbert. And Gilbert will bring it across the timeline herself. She'll streak to the hole, miss it.
That was blocked.
Yeah, it sure was. I think Sawyer actually got a hand on it.
What?
The basketball will remain Norwell. I think Gilbert had her hand on the ball and her foot touched the baseline.
Okay.
As
yeah,
Gilbert
that's what he's
takes
explaining to him.
Harper re-enters for the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't think she was established yet back in bounds.
4:27 left here in the 4th. Norwell needs to go on a run here. There's the backdoor play. That it's not going to work against Heritage. You got a 6'3" girl in there.
Yeah, that's.
It's just too tough a pass to try to throw. Forsman's going to launch a long 2, no good. And battling for the rebound, Stephanie Conrad. Harris went down in a heap in the lane. She's fine. Trying to jump over the Knights. There's Roller. Shelton kicks it back out to Kaylee.
Three shots coming as the foul's going to go on
Harper.
Yeah.
Harper, as she kind of blew by Kaylee Roller, hit her in the elbow. So Kaylee will go to the line to make hopefully some free throws here for the Knights. Shelton taking the wrap. She's taking it off, isn't she? Looks like it. As Roller gets the Knights to 40. Shelton, I believe, had a wrap on the bottom of her thigh, right above the knee, which she just took off. Back in the game for Heritage Christian is Caitlin Gilbert. The scary thing about this fella, she's just a sophomore.
Yeah, that's
5'10", athletic as all get out.
Yeah, Heritage Christian not only has a good chance to win this year, but they've got a chance to win next year as well, which would put them in 4A, and I think they can compete at the 4A level.
Oh, no question. I mean, they'll compete for a championship every year. As when you're able to
great hands
bring players in. That nice steal by Casey Strunk up ahead, picked off by Williams. It'll be out of bounds in Norwell's ball. But I mean, the reality is when you're able to deliver a high quality education valued at $18,000 a year currently for free to play basketball, you're going to get the best players. As Harper taps it out of bounds. Taisha Harris will check in for her. Harris, statistically, not going to have a great game for Heritage Christian, but she's such a force on the court.
Coach Thornton's going to use his last timeout.
Yep.
It's a full one.
Norwell trails by 16. They'll have the basketball. We'll take a break and be right back after these words from New Holland Tri-County.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Well, big lead for Heritage Christian here. 3:30 left on the clock in the fourth quarter. Norwell has played well. I mean, they've not made they've turned the ball over, but it's not like they've made a lot of mistakes.
Well, plus, when you play a faster-paced offense, it's okay to turn the ball over a little more because you have more possessions.
Yep.
It's 16-7 right now is the turnover count. The Knights have shot just 15 of 43 from the field. That's what's killing them right now, 4 of 18 from the three-point line, and that's not like Norwell.
Well, Heritage Christian's so long. They've defended the three very well. Sawyer thought about the three. She'll pull it back out. Quinn Shelton running the baseline right now. Norwell starters have played the vast majority of this basketball game. In fact, Courtney Beer, I believe, the only sub for the Knights. Oh, that's a dangerous pass. Almost picked off by Caitlin Gilbert. That pass across the top, very tough.
Yeah, they continue to attempt to make that pass, and all it takes is a simple fake, and she's going to go flying.
And Heritage Christian only really put much pressure on the Knights for a few moments in the first quarter.
Yep.
Other than that, they've just been in a straight man-to-man defense.
Yeah, and actually Norwell thrived in that pressure. They got out to an early lead. Heritage Christian kind of settled into that man and has dominated from there.
Pinkston, as Heritage Christian just kind of playing catch over Norwell's 1-3 run trap right now.
And it's one of the only teams that can do that against that 1-3-1 trap with Shelton at the top. They can go over it because They're bigger than everybody on the roster.
Harris and Pinkston up top. Harris 5'9", Pinkston 5'7", according to the roster. Gilbert, tallest of the three, at 5'10". 2:19 left. Now the Knights have gone to a man-to-man. That's Darby Forsman in the corner. And they've just about got to play man-to-man defense as Heritage Christian trying to freeze the basketball. I think the only way they want to shoot is a layup.
Like
and
that.
There's one for Williams. Well played by Heritage Christian. They hit the 60-point mark with 1:50 left. Conrad will drive and travel. Lindy Dial's going to check in for the Knights, replacing Quinn Shelton.
Quinn Shelton had
for Heritage Christian. Bias and Harper back in.
Shelton had a real nice basketball game for Norwell. And
absolutely.
Yep.
Minute 46 left on the clock. Heritage Christian will not score unless they have a layup here, or if Norwell can create a turnover, they'll get the ball back. Dial's going to foul Harper. That'll be just the 15 foul, so Norwell with one more to give, although they're not in that mode right now.
No.
This one's going to end with Coach Thornton using all his timeouts.
Madison Dunnick going to check in for Norwell.
Madison Dunnick, the 6th senior for the Knights, so all of Norwell's seniors will get on the floor in this regional semifinal. Dunnick, who's been struggling with some knee issues. Bias. That's Gilbert now with the basketball. Casey Strunk guarding her.
Almost 5 seconds.
Could have been 5 seconds. Up top, Williams. The cross-court pass to Pinkston, and they'll reset up top. Foul's going to be called on Casey Strunk. That'll be her 4th. 6th on the team.
Courtney Beer going to check in for Norwell.
Also for Heritage Christian, Kendall Clark checks back in. Casey Strunk will take a seat for the Knights, getting hugs from her fellow seniors. Well, the Knights with another tremendous season. They'll finish at 23-3.
And they just have struggled over the past 6 sectional championships. They've struggled to get out past the regional stage. Only once have they done it, and it was the year they didn't win 20 games in the regular season.
Right.
But they improved 5 games over last year in the regular season, going from 15-7 to 20-2. As Conrad fouls and will send, I believe that's...
It's on Conrad, her 3rd. That'll send Heritage Christian to the line. Norwell emptying their bench as Stephanie Conrad takes a seat. Alexa Mallory on the floor. Checking in for Heritage Christians as well, Raina Williams, 5'6" junior.
Another miss.
As Lindy Dial will leave it for Kaylee Roller, with the exception of the seniors that are still out there, Lindy Dial and Madison Dunnick. You're looking at probably 3 starters next year for the Knights. In Beer, Roller, and Mallory.
And probably Logan Rowles and possibly even Brielle Wilson, I would believe.
Yeah, could be.
Kaylee Roller just could not hit a shot today. And speaking of Rowles and Brielle Wilson, they enter for the Knights with 10.7 seconds left. Yeah, I'd say right now, barring a surprise of some kind, you're probably looking at next year's starters. As Kaylee Roller up top. Now Beer. Courtney squeezed off a few shots earlier today. Roller can't get the drive to go. And that will end it as Kendall Clark pulled down the rebound for Heritage Christian. They will move on to the regional championship this evening after a 60-42 win over your Norwell Knights. We'll take a break and wrap it up here from Columbia City after these words from our sponsors. Thanks for joining us today on WellsCountyVoice.com.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
Hi, this is Brent Heidi of Heidi Chrysler in Bluffton. The good old days of shopping for a car. No high-pressure sales, people who knew your name, an owner on the premise who cared. You can still experience that at Heidi Chrysler. Instead of free hot dogs and gimmicky sales, you will find friendly, hassle-free salespeople who will help you define the right Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram vehicle that fits your budget and lifestyle. Since 1975, we have been there for you after the sale with a service department that has consistently been awarded the 5-star award, the highest ranking Chrysler gives to its dealers. So if buying a car with no hassles and at the right price is more important to you than gimmicky sales and hot dogs, then stop by Heidi Chrysler today. You can find us on North Main Street in Bluffton, and when you do, you'll see that at Heidi Chrysler, our reputation means a great deal.
Welcome back to Columbia City in the post-game show. Norwell ends their season with a record of 23, or
that's right,
23-3. Yeah, I did get that right. And Heritage Christian improves to 23-4 after an 18-point win over the Knights here at Columbia City. And boy, Noah, how impressed were you with this Heritage Christian team?
Heritage Christian, you know, Coach Thornton, he was talking a lot about them. I have him as a teacher this semester, and I've also been a part of the girls' scrimmage squad this year as well. And, you know, he has just talked so highly of this team. And honestly, I didn't know coming into this how good they really were. I saw a little film of them from Coach Thornton, and you know what? These guys are a great basketball team. And, you know, I told you before the game started, I believe whoever wins this regional has the best chance of going to state for the northern half, and even possibly winning state. But, you know, there are a couple other good teams that are in the regionals as well. But, you know, it doesn't get any easier for Heritage Christian. So they need to keep on keeping on, I guess.
They will really have to play below their abilities, though, to get knocked out prior to getting to Banker's Life, don't you think?
Yes, I agree. And, I mean, they're so quick. I mean, I have not seen an entire team of girls being that athletic, and especially when you have a girl that's 6'3", Darby Forsman. Yeah. I mean, it just makes it that much easier for them to get the ball in the post, and then her just to lift her arms up and just put it in the basket. I mean, you won't find another team close to us that you will face that has a girl that tall and that strong, too.
Well, Norwell playing unquestionably the toughest schedule in Northeast Indiana this year. Nobody really close to him, according to Harold's rankings, and yet did not see a team like Heritage Christian all year.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Snyder, you know,
not the size, though.
Yeah, it's just not the size, but the athleticism, I think they did see that there. But, you know, Homestead, you saw a little bit of the size, but still Heritage Christian outsized them, and they were even better than Homestead. So, you know, Heritage Christian, they are going to be a tough team for the next 2-3 years.
Absolutely.
I mean, and possibly, you know, whoever they bring in the coming years, they could be just that much tougher.
Yeah, and Derek, you made a great point before the game today. Maybe it was even last night, talking about the fact that, you know, the private schools really need to have their own tournament.
Well, and this team is leaps and bounds ahead of public schools everywhere. I can't see, even though Tippy Valley may win this first one, they're pretty heavily favored I can't see them beating a team like Heritage Christian.
No.
And part of that is you can't prepare for it. You physically can't prepare for it because you can't play anybody like that unless you travel 3 hours.
And we did not see the best of Heritage Christian.
No.
I mean, they
No.
only really got after it defensively for about a 4-minute stretch in that
was
first quarter.
it. Yep, and that team is going to be dominant for maybe several years to come. I have to believe they have definitely the best shot to win the state championship this year because the South is depleted. After Princeton was knocked out, there's not a lot of other good teams in the South. Heritage Christian's going to probably have to get through Tippy Valley and then probably South Bend St. Joseph in the semi-state to advance to Banker's Life. But that's right now it looks like it's pretty likely.
And, of course, anything can happen. But,
of course.
You never know. Derek, why don't you go ahead and share your stats with us tonight?
Yep, I can do that. This is the final girls basketball broadcast of the season. 6 fantastic seniors graduating for Norwell at the end of the school year. They played their last high school basketball game, although several of them moving on to play at the next level. As a team, they had 23 rebounds, turned it over 18 times. They shot 15 of 46 from the field for 33%, 4 of 19 from the three-point line for 21%, and 11 of 27 inside for 41%. At the free throw line, they were 8 of 10 for 80%. Individually, Mackenzie Sawyer had 7 points, an assist, and 3 rebounds. Kaylee Roller had 3 points and 2 assists, and she did not make a field goal. 3 free throws were only points today. Courtney Beer had a rebound. Stephanie Conrad had 15 points and 8 rebounds. Quinn Shelton had 16 points, an assist, and 7 rebounds. Casey Strunk had a point, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And Lindy Dial had 2 rebounds as everybody on the roster got in, with the exception of Alex Christensen at the very end, for a team total of 42. For Heritage Christian, as a team, they had 29 rebounds, 7 turnovers. They shot 23 of 49 from the field for 47%, 4 of 15 from the three-point line for 27%, and 19 of 34 inside for 56%. At the free throw line, they were 10 of 17 for 59%. Individually, Kendall Clark had a rebound. Raina Williams had a rebound. Caitlin Gilbert had 7 points, 9 rebounds. Jolie Pinkston had 4 points and a rebound. Hannah Williams had 9 points and 3 rebounds. Sydney Bias had 6 points, all in the first half. Deshauna Harper had 9 points and a rebound. Darby Forsman had 14 points and 7 rebounds. Taisha Harris had 11 points, 3 assists, and 6 rebounds to round out a team total of 60 as Heritage Christian advances to the 8 o'clock game this evening here at Columbia City to play the winner of Tippy Valley and Concordia Lutheran.
And that should be a good basketball game,
should.
although Tippy Valley pretty heavily favored in that one. Concordia with a 14-11 record to this point in the season, definitely an underdog. And Tippy Valley returned a lot of good players from last year's team, which was pretty strong as well. One last piece of work that we got. I don't know that Eric Thornton's going to be able to join us all the way up here, so why don't we go ahead, Noah, your player of the game today.
I would have to say Quinn Sheldon. Really, this was definitely her best game of the year. At the beginning of the season, you know, she started off really, really slow, and we weren't sure how much in the groove she really was going to be after missing a good amount of time of her high school career with knee injuries and ACL and MCL injuries to both knees. You know, it's tough for a player to come back after both knees being like that. But you know what? She improved a lot this season, and she definitely showed that tonight.
I agree with you, Noah. She did a great job. Are you on board with that, Derek?
Yeah, I am absolutely on board with that. Quinn Shelton, 16 points and 7 rebounds. The very nice article in the News Sentinel this past week about Shelton overcoming those knee injuries over the years.
Yeah.
And it was pretty easy for me, and it was early. It looked like Shelton really had it together today and brought her best basketball in a game that was huge. I mean, regional semifinal, that's the best you can do. Shelton had an excellent game. Just thought she was in the right places at the right times, moved with the ball well, and led these Knights today.
Yeah, she's a young lady that will have a chance to play at the next level. I know she hasn't committed anywhere yet, but I know there's several schools interested in her. Your New Holland Tri-County player of the game today, Quinn Shelton, the senior. 6 seniors played their last game for the Knights. today. Mackenzie Sawyer, Madison Dunnick, Stephanie Conrad, Quinn Shelton, Casey Strunk, and Lindy Dial.
Yep, and this is actually my last high school girls broadcast.
That's right.
I might be doing more broadcasting in the future, but I know we're going to finish out the year with the boys, and hopefully more after that.
And we will be back on Tuesday night.
Tuesday at home against
Castle.
Lures.
Lures will be a tough opponent for the boys. The boys on a 3-game losing streak. We'll hope to get them back on the winning track on Tuesday. But for today, once again, your final for the last time here at Columbia City in the regional semifinal. Heritage Christian 60, Norwell 42. They end their season with a very successful record of 23-3, won their sixth straight sectional championship. For Noah Tobias and Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter saying so long, everybody. Have a great afternoon.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.